a disease that about 21,000 people live with, and about 50,000 family and friends take care of them when they do. The Walk to End Alzheimer's provides support for everyone dealing with this illness. The walk returned to Zoo, Montana after weather forced it indoors to the mall last year. An estimated 1,400 people participated this Sunday, and this year's walk raised a record amount, raising almost $200,000. Raising awareness for Alzheimer's is important. The more the walk grows and people are informed, the more awareness is raised.
We're learning that Alzheimer's and related dementias is not something that people need to deal with alone. They shouldn't try to deal with it alone. It's too challenging, it's too demanding. Probably in the top 200 biggest walks in the nation. This is the biggest walk that Montana has ever seen. The Alzheimer's Association is here to provide care and support for families and individuals. We're going to be able to extend the reach of our services and supports to the growing number in need.
There are 6 of these Alzheimer walks in the state throughout the year, and next weekend there will be one in Missoula. About 164 students at high schools in School District 2 here in Billings are homeless. A student at senior high here in Billings wants to help change that number and make a difference. On Saturday, he arranged an event to attempt to do just that. Cross-country teams, along with athletes from other sports, ran in Laps for Life yesterday to raise money for the homeless students. Senior West and Skyview students, coaches, teachers, and principals ran around the Dallas track. Jesse Dimich-Louvet came up with the event as part of his Platinum Program project as an honor student.
I know I made one little step, but any step is pretty big, I feel like, for a cause like this. So those were my cross-country and track teammates. We just have a really strong bond and just all here, for something bigger than sport, and that is to support, the homeless high school students in our community. So I was really pleased with how everyone has reacted and been helpful.
And Jesse Dimich-Louvet hopes that this becomes more than a one-time event, and he says it's possible someone else may continue it next year. Veterans and their families enjoy support from the American Legion, and this weekend they celebrated 100 years. American Legion Post 4 on Broadwater Avenue started in 1919. Veterans and Legion leaders talked about the organization's accomplishments on Saturday, and many of the families have donated servicemen and women's uniforms. The Legion displayed memorabilia from 1919 to the present.
It emulates what they went through in times, because you can read some of their old letters and see their pictures that they drew and how much they missed home and things that they were unable to, they don't have a cell phone, they can't call, so they had to handwrite letters. It's pretty special. It's part of our history, Montana, the American Legion. It's important to share with our community to understand that a lot of these things are going away, and we would just like to keep it, still keep it going.
The American Legion and Post 4 both started in 1919, and there are 13,000 Legion posts around the world. Well, it was kind of a surprise when the staff at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West in Cody, Wyoming heard that Kanye West wanted to rent out the Powwow Garden. Kanye and his wife Kim Kardashian moved near Cody earlier this month as an opportunity and a sneak peek to see what the 21-time Grammy-nominated artist is about. Kanye performed a free Sunday service in Cody, Wyoming today, and Q2's Mitch Laggy was there.
I'm standing outside the Powwow Garden here in Cody, Wyoming, where just a few hours ago, thousands of people turned out from as far away as Washington and Utah to see Kanye West and his 80-person choral group perform what he has been calling a Sunday service. People got treated to some gospel renditions of some of West's hits, including Father Stretch My Hands and Lost in the World. Take a listen. Kanye, his choir, and band played around 14 songs for about an hour. People gathered on the berm of the garden to take it all in. The service is something a bit different from what the people in Cody are used to.
It was really cool for them to get a taste of something different, from a different place, something that's not necessarily quintessential Old West or Wyoming. And I think people were very surprised and very, very uplifted by the performance.
Testify.
Kanye yielded the stage to his choir director for the majority of the service. Midway through the performance, the director mentioned how the group wants to share the love of Christ through music.
I mean, I think it really shows what he's trying to do. You know, I feel like he's showing that it's not about him. It's about bringing people together and bringing people closer to God.
Featherston got on the road with his friends at 2 a.m. to make it to Cody from the Salt Lake City area.
I mean, I'd seen like videos online and everything like that, so I kind of knew a little bit of what was going to happen, but honestly, it exceeded all expectations.
After the service, things in Cody largely returned to normal after people left the powwow garden. In Cody, Wyoming, Mitch Schlaggy, MTN News.
Wow, cool. Thank you, Mitch. I wonder if we'll hear more from him since it's purchase of their home near Cody. We'll just have to wait and hear. Well, stay with us. More to come on the 5:30 news, including hearing about what's coming up in weather. Let's toss it over to Rob in the Weather Center.
Hey, thanks, Zoe. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at what's happening with the forecast. Autumn arrives tomorrow, and oh boy, is it going to make a good impression on all of us. The weather coming up in just a couple of minutes.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.